Will Play It is not a film you would choose. It is a grainy, distorted, and deeply painful recording of one of your worst moments. And it plays on a loop, without your permission, at any time of day or night. The lights go down, the sound comes up, and you are forced to watch it again, and again, and again. Imagine your mind is a movie theater, but the projectionist has gone rogue. There is only one film you are trapped in your seat, and you cannot leave. The world outside keeps moving. But in the dark theater of your own mind, you are frozen in a single, terrible scene. This is the experience of the trauma loop, the relentless, intrusive, and exhausting replay of a painful memory. It can feel like a form of self-torture, a prison inside your own skull. You tell yourself, I need to get over this. I need to move on. Why can't I just stop thinking about it? And with every repetition, a layer of shame and frustration builds. You start to believe you are weak, that you are broken, that you are choosing to be stuck in the past. But I am here today to offer you a profound and perhaps revolutionary truth. Your mind is not torturing you. It is trying to save you. That loop, that obsessive replay, is not a sign of your failure to heal. It is the sign of a mind working desperately with every resource it has to do its most fundamental job, to keep you safe and to make sense of the world. You are not stuck in a loop of pathology. You are witnessing an ancient and brilliant survival mechanism at work. To understand this, we have to understand how your brain handles memories. A normal, everyday memory, what you had for breakfast. A conversation with a friend is processed like a book being neatly filed in a library. Your hippocampus, the brain's librarian, takes the experience, gives it a timestamp, connects it to other relevant memories, and files it on the correct shelf. When you want to recall it, you can walk to the shelf, take down the book, read it, and then place it back. You are in control. You know the story is over. But when you experience something traumatic, an event so overwhelming, terrifying, or painful that it floods your system, the librarian gets knocked offline. The brain goes into pure survival mode. Your amygdala, the brain's smoke detector, starts screaming fire, and it hijacks the system. All energy is diverted to immediate survival. In this state of high alert, the memory of the event doesn't get processed. It doesn't get a timestamp. It isn't neatly bound and filed in the library of the past. It remains a raw, fragmented, unprocessed piece of data, floating in your nervous system. It feels live. It feels like it is always perpetually happening now. And this is the first reason for the loop. Your brain, in its deep need for order, keeps pushing this raw, unfiled memory to the forefront of your consciousness. It's like a computer trying to open a corrupted file over and over again, hoping that this time it will finally process correctly. It's your brain saying, this doesn't belong here. This is not filed. This is an emergency. The intrusive thought, the flashback, is your brain's desperate attempt to get your attention so that this dangerous live memory can finally be integrated and put away. The second reason is that your mind is a detective, and it has been handed the coldest, most difficult case of its life. Your trauma, the rational part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, hates unsolved problems. It is a meaning-making machine, so it returns to the scene of the crime again and again, not to torture you, but to search for clues. It obsessively replays the event, slowing it down, analyzing every detail, looking for a point of intervention. This is the endless loop of what if and if only. What if I had left 5 minutes earlier? If only I had said something different? What if I had fought back? This is not just regret. This is your brain's desperate attempt to find a sense of control in a situation where you felt utterly powerless. It is running simulations, trying to create a strategy so that if you ever encounter a similar threat, you will have a different outcome. It is trying to learn a lesson from the chaos. The tragedy is that it's trying to solve a crime that has already been committed. It's trying to prevent a danger that is in the past, but it doesn't know that. It just knows there was a threat, a loss of control, and it is determined to never let that happen again. So how do you step out of the theater? How do you gently tell the projectionist that the show is over? You cannot do it with force. Trying to push the thought away is like trying not to think of a pink elephant. It only makes it stronger. The path out is one of gentle awareness, deep compassion, and a reconnection to the safety of the present moment. It begins with naming the loop. When the film starts to play, instead of getting swept up in the story, you can learn to become the observer. You can say to yourself, with kindness, I see, this is the trauma loop. This is my mind trying to protect me. This is my brain trying to process an old memory. This simple act of naming creates a tiny bit of space between you and the thought. It depersonalizes it. It is not you. It is a process happening within you. Next, you must anchor yourself in the safety of the present moment. The trauma loop keeps you trapped in the past. The only way to break its spell is to bring your awareness back to the now. This is done through your senses. This is grounding. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. Name 5 things you can see in the room around you. 4 things you can physically feel: the texture of your shirt, the cool glass of a window. 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This sensory information is a powerful message to your amygdala, your alarm system. It proves to your primal brain that you are here, in this room, on this day, and the danger is not happening right now. And finally, you must help your brain finish the story. The loop exists because the memory is an unfinished, corrupted file. The healing comes when you consciously add the missing piece of the narrative, the ending that your brain couldn't record at the time. The missing piece is this: and I survived. When the memory plays, you can acknowledge the pain, the fear, the horror, and then you can add the postscript: that was then, and this is now, and I am safe now. By doing this, you are giving your hippocampus, the librarian, the information it needs. You are giving the memory a timestamp. You are telling it, this story is over. You can file it away now. This is not an easy journey. It is the slow and sacred work of becoming a kind and patient witness to your own mind. It is about understanding that the parts of you that seem the most pathological are often the parts that are fighting the hardest to keep you alive. That rogue projectionist is not your enemy. It is a terrified part of you that just wants to go home. And you, the wise, compassionate adult you are today, are the only one who can gently lead it out of the dark theater and into the safety of the light. If you have been trapped in a loop, please be kind to your mind. It is doing the very best it can with an impossible task. If you feel comfortable, share one thing that helps you ground yourself in the comments. And if you'd like to continue this journey of understanding your inner world, please subscribe. The film does not have to play forever. You can learn to be the one who finally, gently, says cut.